Before we get to today's video, I would like to thank everybody who commented on the previous video, in which I asked for bands that I'm unfamiliar with, that I wanted to deep dive into. To be completely honest, I was familiar with probably 98% of those bands, but I appreciate the encouragement to address those bands, and I am now going to pretty much, even though it was a wide range of bands, I'm going to prioritize everything that has been commented on. So anything I have in my queue that hasn't been commented on is going to fall to the end. I'm going to try to literally, which will take years, address everything commented on before I reach things that wasn't commented on. But I do have one band that was commented on more than once that I do know about. I don't know what kind of music they play, but I've literally never heard them. So that is the first band I'm going to hit over my spring break. I'd like to find two more. So if you're seeing this and don't know what I'm talking about, go to the previous video. If you're seeing this and yeah, I don't know. But anyways, there were a handful of bands that I had never heard of or I had never listened to. I'm hoping some of those bands maybe get one or two additional comments, and then I'll add them to that. But I'm looking for two more bands, hopefully, then I'll close the comments on that. But I do have one, and I'm also really excited to deep dive into some of the stuff that you recommended. So thank you all very much. But now on to this. What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie, and oh, look at that hair sticking up. I'm gonna fix that hair right now. I'm Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie. Today, we're starting March Madness for 2023. Last year, we did the albums. You go back to a year, March 2022, you'll see how that goes. This is the way it's gonna work. Used to do this back in the day when it was on like a listserv, on like CompuServe and AOL. We did this way back when, me and John Noren and Charles Ulrich and Sean Gaffney, we ran this thing. But anyways, now it's up to you guys. So between now and February 28th, Central Standard Time here in the States, Texas time at 5 p.m., you will no longer be allowed to vote. But we're going to do the songs this year. So this is what you do. In the comments below, list your three favorite favorite Zappa songs, or the songs you think are his best, his greatest. I will take every single vote I get between now and February 28th. I will tabulate them, and then I will seed them NCAA bracket style, March Madness style. So the 4 highest vote getters will be the number 1 seeds. The next 4 will be the number 2 seeds, on down the list. Went with a 32 seed bracket last year for albums, just because after 32, we started to have too much parity, like too many things were getting the equal number of votes, so I really couldn't figure it out. Definitely doing 32, but if we can run to 64 and have enough difference in the votes so that like 50 and 64 are both not the same vote getters, if we can have that sort of differentiation, if it turns out that way naturally, we'll do a 64 seed tournament. And then once March 1st starts, we'll have the first bracket and you can start voting, and we'll run it down until we have one winner. Again, 3 songs only. If you put more than 3 in the comments, I'm only counting your first 3. If you put 10, I'm counting your first 3. If you put 4, I'm counting your first 3. If you only put 2, I'm only counting 2. If you only put 1, I'm only counting 1. That's the way it goes. 3. You don't need to order them 1, 2, 3, because everybody just gets 1 vote at this stage. To the ultimate tally. So yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. Any song counts. It can be a song that Frank only played live that he never released. Doesn't matter what version. If you think the best song is the Captain Beefheart version of The Torture Never Stops, that will be the same vote as someone who thinks the 1988 version of Torture Never Stops is the same. Someone who thinks the 1978 perfect version of The Torture Never Stops is the same. So you don't have to differentiate between versions. You just got to pick a song. Maybe we do versions at some other point. For the sake of this tournament, you only have to name a song. You don't need to tell me which version, whether it was this band or that band. Does not matter at this point for this tournament. So Inca Roads, every version of Inca Roads counts if you vote Inca Roads. We clear on that? I think we're clear on that. So yeah, that's all you got to do. Leave those comments. And that's it. And then after you leave your comment, come back before March 1st because I have other videos coming up. Tomorrow we'll get back to like a nice, long, healthy album ranking of a band I'm really excited about. But yeah, make sure you're coming back on March 1st because that's when I will show the brackets and we will vote. But that's all I got today. One more short video before tomorrow we get back into things. Thanks for watching. If you haven't commented on the previous video, watch that because I am looking for bands to deep dive into over my spring break, which occurs the second week of March. But yeah, that's it. Peace, y'all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not, so you make sure you vote when the voting happens. There will always be a 48-hour period for all votes once we get into March, so make sure you're on top of that. Yeah, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. Frank Zappa songs. We're voting Frank Zappa songs, not other people's songs, not Dweezil songs, not Radiohead songs, not Travis Tritt songs. Zappa songs. Your top 3 in the comments. Peace, y'all. Thanks.